All right, Ovia, we're going to watch your freestyle here underwater. And we're just looking to see how you're pulling underwater. What we saw above water, we really, really like. So that's fantastic. So as we do start that pull, we love that elbow bend and that grabbing of the water. You do a good job of opening your fingers and you're pushing the water back and you're pulling through the water exactly how you need to. We don't see any slippage of your hands. You pull really good water there. On that right side, okay, so the right side, let's look at how straight this arm is. So your left hand looked really good with a nice high elbow, a good catch of the water. Your right hand is a little bit too straight, and we thought we saw something above the water, and this is what we were looking at, I think. So we've got to make sure we bend that elbow. As your hand starts to enter and push, you want to drop that forearm, that elbow down, keep your elbow high. Keep your elbow high, drop your forearm and your hand down, and really start to get that pull a little bit earlier than what we see here. You're about halfway through that stroke, and you actually never did bend that elbow on that right side. So on the left side here, you can see there's just a slight bend, and that's a little bit wide as well. You want to make sure you keep those hands a little bit closer to your body, not quite as wide as they are. Good breath. Okay, a little high with that one eye. We want to see that other eye in the water. Head position is so good, Ovia. Eyes are looking down, legs are kicking. It's a nice body line in the water. I mean, you're nice and high in the water, which is fantastic. All right, so let's look real quick. Right here, as you get about towards the end of that stroke, you do start to see where you're turning your palm, where before you had your palm all the way pushing back, right? Let me back up. So right here, this is where your strength is. You have your palm pushing back this way, which is really good. But then you start to get more underneath your body, and now all of a sudden you turn that palm and it's facing that direction. Now, once your palm is facing that direction, what's happening is you're not pulling any water anymore. And that's where we started seeing. We weren't sure if we were seeing you slip through the water a little bit or not. That's why your hand is slipping. When we wear paddles, one of the things you want to think about is how you're pulling through that water all the way. On that right hand, you can see that right hand really is pushing back the entire time. So while you're not bending your elbow and it's too straight of an arm, your hand is in the right position all the way through. It's that left hand, as we can see, right there you started. Oh, here's a little bit better. Okay, maybe it's because you have a breath, but right there you did start to turn it in, and then as you took that breath, you turned your head back out. Good pull. All right, so here you are. You're starting to turn your hand in this direction instead of pushing straight back. Make sure you keep working on pushing that hand straight back. As we go into that turn, Ovia, don't take that breath, last stroke in. And you don't want to necessarily be kicking this far into the wall. When your hand gets that hip, you really want to start that flip. So start flipping a little bit earlier. Now right here, we like how your hands are in the right position, but they're pointing up. If you can turn your hands and point them down and actually turn your eyes and face that other end of the pool, your legs are in the perfect position. That's fantastic. But make sure those palms are facing down so that you're kind of throwing water at your face. You can kind of see that you're over-rotating now. You've got your chin tucked into your belly button almost, and your hands are kind of splayed out to the side. If you can take your hands, turn your palms down, and throw water at your face, that's going to help drive your legs over a little bit better and make your turn a lot stronger. All right, you can see right here, you're looking this direction of the wall when your eyes really should be looking straight up, and you should already be in a streamline. So let's get that streamline a little bit earlier. As you start to do a streamline, you can kind of see that your elbows are bent, your arms aren't really tight in together, and your head's above your hands. You want those arms locked right behind your ears. Okay, so it's a nice tight streamline. There should be very little space in here. So we got to work on locking that streamline a little bit better. We like how you're pushing off the wall. We like the direction. 1, 2, 3 dolphin kicks, which is good. But make sure it's 3 dolphin kicks underwater, break out into flutter kick, and then start that first stroke. Body position here looks great. But if you can stay underwater a little bit better and a little bit longer, we're going to see even more success, especially when you get in that first stroke. Okay? Excellent, Ovya.